We were discussing the chapter number 8, project appraisal. Okay, so we did with the non-discounting method, that is the payback period and average rate of return. Okay, so in the last lecture we done with the net present value. How to calculate the net present value. So with the continuity of the topic, the net present value. Okay, so let's move on. So we completed the next net present value question. Okay. Okay. Okay, so I gave you the work example, this one as a homework. So did you solve the question? So in this question, you have to find NPV and ARR. Okay, so any problem in this question? Okay. How was your test, Daryl? Okay. 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 So next in this topic, we start the IRR. Okay. So what is the IRR? So it is the project appraisal. IRR is a method where we can evaluate either the prospective project is in the favor or it's not in the favor. Okay, so when we inject some investment into the business, so before the investment we calculate what is the IRR. Okay, so if the IRR is greater than the market rate of interest, so then we say it's a profitable project for the business. So for the IRR, what is the IRR before going on? So we take decisions, either we invest into the business or not, on the basis of IRR. So IRR is actually the rate. IRR is the rate where present value of cash outflow equalize to present value of cash inflow. And this is the rate where business must get. So this is the minimum acceptable rate for the business. And for example, IRR, either we invest into the project or not. So we compare IRR with the market rate of interest. For example, the IRR is the 12% and the market rate is 10%. So it's mean IRR is the profit rate which the business normally earn. So it's mean business is earning more rate than the market rate of interest. So this project is worthwhile. Project is worthwhile or favorable. Okay, and if the IRR is 12% and market rate of interest also 12%, so now it's mean cost and benefit equalize. Cost equal to benefit. So it's up to you whether you want to invest or not. And another case, for example, a rate of interest 10%, IRR is 10%. Assume market interest remains same. In this case, if IRR is the 8% and market rate of interest 10%, it's mean so we should not invest in this project because market earning is more than the business earning. We have to invest in another market project rather than this particular business. So in this case, project is not worthwhile. project is not worthwhile. Okay, so now how to calculate IRR? So there is two methods to calculate IRR. Number one, to equalize present value of cash outflow with the present value of cash inflow, and the second one is use IRR formula. Use IRR formula to calculate IRR. Okay, so how to calculate IRR? So this is the IRR formula. Okay, lower discount rate plus okay, so from here it's difficult to read. Okay, so I just write here what is the formula of, what is the method to calculate IRR. So method to calculate IRR. Number one, net present value method. Number one, net present value method, where we can present value of cash outflow is equal to present value of cash inflow, and we can find the rate by equating the present value of cash inflow and present value of cash inflow. Second one is IRR formula. Okay, so what is the formula to calculate IRR? So IRR formula is the IRR is equal to lower rate LR, that is the lower rate, plus net present value at lower rate, net present value at lower rate, net present value at lower rate minus net present value at higher rate multiply by higher rate minus lower rate. So this is the formula to calculate IRR. Okay, just remember this formula, then we solve some example to calculate the IRR. Just repeat this, recall this formula. Okay, so yes, have you done with the formula? Okay, okay, so I am just assuming the hypothetical values. Okay, just assuming the hypothetical values to calculate the IRR. Okay, so for example, so this is the question. At 10%, at 10%, so net present value at 10%, at 10% net present value is equal to you can say negative 1000. Okay, or you can say 5%, and at 15%, at 15% net present value is you can say 4,000. Okay, so while calculating the IRR, so the examiner will give you the two rate and two present values. Okay, so this is the negative present value at 5%. So when we increase the discount rate, so the present, oh, so this is the reverse. At 5%, the present value will be the, for example, 4,000. When we increase the discount rate, so the present value will be the lower. Okay, because we are discounting with the higher percentage. So due to the higher percentage, so the present value will go to the -1. Okay, so this is the question. Okay, so the examiner is asking, so find IRR. Okay, so now we know that this is the formula. So first of all, for the IRR, we are going to write the lower rate. What is the lower rate? 15% or a 5%, whichever is the lower. 5% is the lower rate. Okay, so we just write 5 here. You can write 5 here, you can write 5% here, it's up to you. 5% plus fraction net present value at lower rate. So lower rate is 5%, so net present value for lower rate is the 4,000. So 4,000 we will write here. Then net present value at lower rate, again 4,000 at lower rate, minus, so that is the sign of formula. Then net present value of higher rate, so higher rate net present value is -1,000, so this is the -1,000. Okay, then multiply by higher minus lower rate, so higher rate is 15% less 5%. Okay, okay, so now solve this. So 5% plus 4,000, so minus minus plus 4,000 plus 1,000 will be the 5,000, multiply by 5 minus 15 minus 5 will be the 10%. Okay, so now what is the answer of this? Yes, can you calculate by using the calculator? 0.08. Okay, yes, Hamid, confirm this. Yes, 0.08. No, 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 no. I get 13%, 0.13. Plus. Yes, sir, 0.13. You're supposed to add 5%, sir. So 13% is the IRR. Yes. Okay. So this is the method to calculate IRR. And this is the formula to calculate IRR. Okay. Yes. Okay, so yes, just note it. Then we move to the work example. Okay, so for the IRR, just write one or more lines about the IRR. What is the actually IRR do? So IRR is the annual growth rate an investment is expected to generate. Okay, so it is the expected growth rate from an investment. So IRR is actually the IRR is the expected annual growth rate. It is the expected annual growth rate of an investment. How investment will grow? So IRR will tell the percentage, so that at this percentage your investment will grow. Okay, so when we compare IRR with the market rate of interest, that is called cost of capital So then we compare the, okay. So for example, our business is expecting to grow with 12%, but market is 10%. Obviously we go with the project. Okay, so this is the work example. Okay, so 12% net present value is 22,500. At 16%, net present value is the negative 3,440. Okay, so the examiner is asking to calculate the IRR. Okay, so asked to calculate the internal rate of return. Okay, so how can we calculate this? So it's very simple to calculate. Yes, what is the lower rate? So lower rate is 12% plus net present value of lower rate double to 500, then double to 500. We know that minus minus will be plus. We already write plus here. Then 3,440 multiply by higher minus lower, multiply by 16 minus 12%. Okay, 16 minus 12%, 16% minus 12%. Okay, then obviously we will get the 13.58%, this one. Okay, yes, any problem, any question at this point? Okay, so now here is some advantages and disadvantages of the IRR. So for the advantages, consider the time value of money. Obviously in IRR, net present value we are also using. Provide the business with the exact discounted cash flow rate of return that the project is expected to make, allowing comparison. Uh, a disadvantage, complicated to use and will not be easily understood by non-accountant because it's accounting terms. Time consuming, as choosing the discount rate for the cost of capital is a matter of guesswork. Okay, so for the guesswork we choose some lower rate, sometimes we choose some higher rate. Okay, so that's why they come into the disadvantages. Okay, so now here is another work example. Just solve this one. Okay, as per the previous example, they are saying in the work example on page 150, project 2 had negative NPV. Okay, so we know that project 2 was negative NPV 88,965. Okay, so we have the negative NPV. Okay, so you have been asked to establish the interest rate at which project to become feasible. Okay, so at which rate the project to become uh, feasible, obviously when NPV become positive. Okay, so in this case negative NPV, so there is a negative NPV. So when project become feasible, obviously when NPV become positive. So the question is how NPV become positive. So it's very easy. It's very easy. So when we decrease the discount rate, so when we decrease the discount rate, when we decrease the rate, net present value rate, when we decrease the rate, net present value will increase. So net present value increase means it will become positive. So we have to decrease the rate. We have to decrease the rate. Okay. So okay. So the discount rate for project 2, for example, the project 2 discount rate at 5%. Okay. So when we use 5% as a discount rate, So then NPV will be the negative. So NPV negative at 5%. So NPV negative at 5%. So how can we convert this negative into positive? By decreasing the this rate, by decreasing this rate. Okay. Okay. So 5% it will become negative. Okay. So we have to become positive, to move to the positive, convert into positive. Want to convert into positive NPV, we have to decrease the rate. We have to decrease the rate. We have to decrease the rate, because when we decrease rate, NPV will become positive. Okay. So 5% negative. Now we check at the another percentage. So in another percentage we decided that is the 4%. Now look at the 4%. What is the net present value? At 4% you can see it will become positive. It will become positive. Okay. So now we know that. So what is the learning point here? So learning point here is at 5% NPV negative, that is the negative 19885. But when we decrease the rate, NPV become positive, that is the 5185. NPV become positive 5185. So obviously our IRR, it's mean our IRR in between 5 and 4. So IRR may be in between 4% and 5%. For the clear, for the further clearance, we have to use IRR formula. Okay. So for this we use the formula. Okay. Okay, let's apply formula here. So what is the formula to calculate IRR? IRR is equal to lower rate 4% plus NPV at lower rate 5185. Here 5185. Sorry, it's not 5185. So 5185. 5185 plus 119,885 multiply by 5% minus 4%. Yes. So what will be the IRR? So IRR will be the 4.207%. Just calculate this. 4.207%. Just calculate this. Is this correct or not? Just calculate by yourself and confirm is this correct or not. Please calculate and tell me. This one, this purple calculation you have to solve and check out either 4.207% is coming or not. I'm also doing. Okay, so it's the exact same one. I got it.
You got the same number?
Yes, I got the same number. You didn't? Okay, now look at the calculator. Okay, so look at this calculator. So how I am putting the values in the calculator. So first of all 4%. So here is the 4%. Okay, so just write 4. Nothing worried. Plus, here is a plus. Then press fraction button, press fraction button. Then write 5185. You can't see my calculator?
No, I think you're just sharing the screen.
Okay, okay. Just give me a minute. Just give me a minute then. Okay, so here is the calculator. So how to put values in the calculator? So first of all we put 4%. So instead of 4% you just write 4. Okay, so no worried about it. Then plus, so we will press plus. Okay, then here's a fraction. So here's the fraction button, so we have to put fraction button. Okay, so then we write 5185. Okay, so then we move down, so then again we will write 5185, then plus 19885. Okay, so 19885. Okay, yes. Okay, so then we move on. So then we press the right key, then we move forward, multiply by multiply by 5 minus 4. So just write simple, uh, multiply by 5 minus 4. So we have to put bracket, so 5 minus 4. Okay, then bracket close, then press equal, and here is your answer, 4.207. So this is exact answer, that is the here 4.207%. Okay,
Ah, yes, Mr. Now, yeah.
okay, so okay, you have to remember these steps to find IRR. Okay, now the I think so IRR topic is near to done. Okay, so this is the activity of the clean clothing laundrettes. Okay, so okay, so we have the projects, different projects. Okay, so for we have the following projects for the project A, then project B, then project C. Okay, so as per the all calculation, uh, we discuss how to calculate the payback period. We done with the ARR, how to calculate NPV. Now we learn how to calculate the IRR. Okay, so as per the all calculations, all methods of investment projects, project appraisal calculations. So project A payback period is 4 year and 6 month. Okay, so we know that as per payback period, so our decision is lower is better. For the payback period, lower is better.
Mr. Your voice is distorted.
Okay, so for the payback period, we know that the decision is lower payback period is better one. Okay, ARR is the accounting or annual rate of return. So we know that for the ARR, higher is better. ARR, for ARR, higher is better. And when we talk about the NPV, for NPV, positive is better. And for IRR, obviously, higher will be the better. Okay, so as per the analysis of discounted method, okay, so now we have to analyze each method, which method is most profitable, which project is most suitable for an investment. So as per payback period, so which product, which project is suitable? Yes, for the payback period, this one, project B. Okay, but as per ARR, project A is favorable. But as for NPV at 12%, so it is positive. So here is this one is favorable. As per IRR, again project C is the uh, favorable. So it's mean uh, project C wins the two methods, and as per NPV, as per IRR, project 3 is the most suitable rather than project A or B. Okay, so one, now we read this, para. The payback method select project B but does not consider the short life remaining after payback. Using IRR, it highlights the short life of project B, and it show as the least profitable of all three projects, because IRR and IRR is 8.5%, ARR is 10%, and NPV is negative. Because this is the against, this is the against, this is the against. Only payback period is favorable for project B. The remaining three one against the project B. So we discard project B from our list. Are you getting my point?
Yes, yes.
Okay. Okay, so the remaining one, so this is the for project B. Okay, this is the discussion of project B. Okay, now we change the color. For, okay, ARR. ARR select project A. So as per ARR, ARR select the project A, but the timing of profit is taken into account by using IRR. Project A only show a return approximately 12%. When compared to project C, the extra profit of 8,000 achieved by project A doesn't compensate for the slow build up of the project. Even though project C earn less profit than project A, it is more profitable when the time value of money is taken into account as shown by IRR. Okay, so as per time value of money, project A has the negative impact. Okay, now move to the where is the C? Where is the C one? Okay, okay, C. Now move to the project C. Even though project C earn less profit than project A, it is more profitable. So who is more profitable? Project C is more profitable when the time value as a money taken into account. This show that payback should not be used by itself. Using a discounted method is far more accurate. So what we learn from here, so it's mean a single method is not enough to decide, so we have to apply all the methods. Okay, for this I think so ARR for project C 18%, 10, it's a little uh, below than the project A, but it's very good one. So as per my point of view, we go with the project C. Project C is our star project. Okay.
Yes, Mr. Khan.
Okay, so now weighted average cost of capital will be the next topic. Okay, so we have to you have to revise all the concept which we discuss in this class. So it's enough for today. Okay. Any
Okay, Mr.
question you want to ask?
No question. What's the meaning of
So take care yourself. So it's enough for today. Thank you so much.